So We're Simply Lost recently came out with a video talking about Dissidia Opera Omnia tier list and actually reviewing a Dissidia Opera Omnia tier list as a video. This is the tier list that Simply Lost covered. This was updated 5 days ago. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, 5 days ago. Let's see this. This is apparently the top SS tier, so this is the best of the best units in the entire game. Let's see. Alright, so the best character in this game right now apparently is Cloud. Alright, so we're done with this website. Laguna, you know what? I can agree that he is SS tier. He's just extremely good, extremely fantastic BT debuff, amazing damage all around, great HP cap ups for someone not even a support unit. Sarah, no. She was not SS tier when her C90 came out, and she is definitely not SS tier now. I'd say if I'm being generous, I'd put her low A tier. Terra, I can see some people arguing for Terra to be SS, albeit very biasly. I don't have her green personally, but still, I think she's very good. I would personally put her somewhere low to mid S tier. Vaughn and Yuna, you know what? I'm okay with that. Yuna with her recent BT Plus became one of the best support units in the game. Top 3 with Ramza and Garnet in my opinion. Vaughn, one of the best damage dealers in the game with his BT Plus. 2 amazing units, and I do not regret building either of them. Alright, let's check out S tier. In S tier, we have Edgar, Hope, Creel, Lilithset, Prish, Ramza, Snow, Warrior of Light, and Zidane. Edgar, S tier, no. Hope, S tier, absolutely not. Creel, S tier, no. Lilithset, S tier, no. Prish, S tier, yes. The only people that I agree being S tier is Prish, Snow, and Warrior of Light because of his call ability. Ramza should be up here in tier SS. Zidane should be A tier in my opinion. Let's see, A tier Ace. Now we out. Alice, Bartz, Cecil, Furion, Lightning, Onion Knight, Rem, Shantoto, Thancred, Tidus, and Vivi. Let's start with the ones I agree with. I think Alice, Bartz, Vivi. I guess you could argue Lightning and Onion Knight to be A tier too, but I don't have too much experience in either of them. Rem should be S tier, Tidus should be SS tier, and Cecil should not even be existent at this point. Furion should be S tier, and yeah, this list is horrid as well. I cannot believe they said this was updated in June 5th. The goddamn nerve of these people. Alright, let's go to B tier. God help us all. We have Kater, Sid, Aiko, Jekt, Kefka, King, Kuja, Lael, Lena, Maria, Rydia, Cypher, Sephiroth, Ishtola, Yang, Yori, and Zack.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Woo! I feel like the tier list gets better and better the further we go down. Kater, in my opinion, should be A tier. Sid, if we're talking about Sid Reigns, then this is false, and he should be S tier. If we're talking about Sid Highwind, this is also false. He should be A tier. Aiko should be slightly higher than this. I believe she is A tier. Jekt, at this point, I know he's outdated and a lot of units outshine him nowadays, but I still don't really think he's B tier. I personally would put him low A tier. Kefka should not be in B tier. I think he's A tier. King, I don't know. When his rework comes out, I'm sure he'll be a lot better, but as of right now, I don't even know if he should be B tier. Kuja, yeah, I can agree with him being B tier. Lael, low B tier, C tier in my opinion. Lena should not be here, she should be in S tier. Maria should be in A tier, not S tier. Rydia should be in S tier in my opinion. Cypher should not be here, he should be A tier at the very minimum. Now with Sephiroth, if we're talking about Sephiroth right now, before his rework comes out, then yeah, I can agree with him being B tier, but after the rework, no. Absolutely not. Ishtola absolutely should not be in B tier. With her rework and her BT getting reran, she'd definitely be in S tier. Yang, I agree with Yang being here. At this point in time, there's just so many better follow-up attackers. Yang really does need a rework in order to be usable again compared to the others. Yuri, I don't really know how he works, but I wouldn't really complain him being B tier. I think for the benefit of the doubt, I would personally put him A tier, but I don't think BT is like the most inaccurate thing for him. You know what is completely inaccurate though? Zack being B tier. What the hell is this about? If this was really updated June 5th, then Zack should be nowhere near B tier. He should be here. Even if we were talking about him before his BT Plus came out and it was just his LD, he would still be up here. Alright, ready for C tier? We have Ash, Edge, Ferris, Kane, Palamo, Quistis, Raijin, Setzer, Seymour, Tifa, Vincent, and Waka. Ash being C tier, I can kind of agree with that. Edge, as of right now, probably, yeah. Ferris as a main party unit, yeah, I would agree she'd be C tier. Kane, absolutely not C tier. I would put him B to A tier. Palamo, definitely not C tier. I'd put him B tier, honestly. Quistis is wrong. I'd put her A tier. Raijin is wrong. I'd put him S tier. And if we're talking in terms of calls, he'd be up here easily. Setzer, I'd put him B tier. He still can be used, in my opinion, if you really like him that much. And his freeze call still has some usability. Seymour, I completely disagree with him being C tier. He's A tier, in my opinion. Tifa, I'd put her A tier as well. Does not belong in C tier. Vincent, I don't really know how he is right now, and his rework still has to come up. So for now, sure, I'll agree with C tier. Waka, I don't think he'd be C tier. I really don't know how he works personally. I always skipped when any of his banners came out, but I don't think he'd be C tier. He definitely looks somewhat viable. I'd probably put him around B tier, maybe? Alright, ready for tier D. We have Aerith, Galoof, Garnet, Irvine, Penelo, Sabin, Shadow, Yuffie, and Zell. Aerith, even though she's completely outdated right now, I don't think Aerith is D tier. That just makes no sense. Galoof as a tank, his damage is completely power crept, but the fact that he can still evade the party and do counter damage, I think that's still usable nowadays. Now, with Garnet being D tier, personally, I think it's too high for her. Irvine, I'm not going to say anything because I don't know how he works, but definitely should not be in D tier. Penelo, maybe as a main party unit, I could see her being D tier, but as a call, I think she still has some usability. Sabin as a D tier, no. To be honest, I really don't think a whole lot of characters in this game, even the outdated ones, are really D tier. I think most of the underwhelming ones land around C tier. I wouldn't put Sabin D tier specifically, but yeah, he's definitely not going to be someone I'm going to be using. Shadow, I heavily disagree with this. Definitely a lot better than D. Yuffie, disagree, should not be D tier. Zell, disagree, should not be D tier. Let's move on. Okay, now we have tier E. We have Auron, Balthier, Celeste, Cyan, Fujin, Lion, Palom, Steiner, Vanille, and Ida. I'm gonna tell you right now, every single person here should not be tier E. They should be much higher. They're all usable to some degree. Auron is a top A tier character in my opinion. Balthier should be top B tier, low A tier. Celeste, with her recent rework, should be A tier easily. Cyan as a main party unit, I would argue for B or C tier, but as a call, he's amazing. Lion, I don't really know how she works, but I know she's not E tier. Palom, definitely not E tier. Steiner, absolutely not E tier. He should be in B. Vanille should be in A, not E. Ida, I would argue to put her in B tier. All right, ready for tier F? We have Saz. You know what? Both times I've tried to pull for Saz, I've had terrible luck. So, you know what, Saz? You can hold that tier F, bro. You can stay in tier F. Everyone else can be in tier C and above. Alright, so that's it for this website. What do I think of it? I think it's absolute shit. Makes no sense 90% of the time, and it's very clear that this is not updated to be June 5th of 2022. Alright, so we've checked out the best tier list for Opera Omnia on the internet. Let's see if I can make a good tier list. I know people in the community, when you mention tier list, they're like, ugh! Disgusting, you know Opera Omnia does not use tier lists. But I think for the sake of having fun, we should just try and make one. I'm gonna just do the ones that I know personally. So I'm just gonna speedrun this. These are not gonna be necessarily ordered. I think the only one I'm actually gonna order is SS tier.
It's your main man Knuckles, and we're Media Herd. You ready to go in space? Help me get the emerald.
Let me know how you guys feel about this in the comments below. That is going to be it, guys. That's going to be my tier list video for the channel. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Bye!